हेलो एवरीवन समस्त मोर स्वागत पिला माने आज क्लास रहा आम टॉप 600 प्लस मोस्ट इम्पोर्टाट कंप्यूटर जीके ऑनलाइनर ऑल एग्जाम लगे हेल्पफुल हेबा निहाती देखन पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 रे डिवाइड करा ऑनलाइनर रहा आमर 600 प्लस माराथन क्लास रहा एटा देखिनियन आपण मन के हेल्पफुल हेले निहाती सब्सक्राइब टे करबे और लाइक टे करबे और सुंदर कमेंट टे करबे और टेलीग्राम रे निहाती जॉइन हन टेलीग्राम रे पीडीएफ पाई पारबे फ्री रे दिया होचे मॉक टेस्ट प्रोवाइड होचे आमर पोल दिया होचे सब किछि मिलबा आपण ने जॉइन हन टेलीग्राम रे। चलो आमे स्टार्ट करमा। एक नंबर क्वेश्चन द फास्ट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज पचारला आम फोर्ट्रन पिला माने मन रखबो फोर्ट्रन फास्ट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज ऑलरेडी मुझे कही फोर्ट्रन फास्ट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज ही सारी छे प्लेलिस्ट ने चेक करि पारबो काना कहे सब किछ जानि पार फास्ट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज फोर्ट्रन गुटे काना ट्रांसलेशन करसी काना करसी सब डिटेल्स रे कहि छे मुई एटा हमर मैराथन क्लास आपण माने मने रखबे खाली एटा रिवीजन मल्टीप्लाई रिवीजन करन निहाती फुल मार्क आनी पारबे एग्जाम रे। देखो 2 number who store data permanently in a computer ROM which is a main system board a computer motherboard what is a bug in a computer in terminology a error in program के question आम bug in computer terminology an electronic path that sends signal from one part of computer to another is bus के question electronic path signal that signal from one part of computer to another. Bus USB is which type of storage device? Tertiary. Who is known as father of artificial intelligence? John McCarthy. Artificial intelligence मन रखबे which term is related to database? Oracle गुटे database related. Computer resolution measure करसी हमर number of pixel के मन रखबे 1 nibble is equal to how many bit? 4 bit 1 nibble. What can be considered as basic building block of a digital circuit? रोचे आम लॉजिक गेट के क्वेश्चन डिजिटल सर्किट आम डिजिटल बेसिक बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक ऑफ ए डिजिटल सर्किट आम लॉजिक गेट पिला मन रखबे लॉजिक गेट। व्हाट इज फुल फॉर्म रैम रैम फुल फॉर्म रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी which among following is secondary storage device? Hard disk. What is responsible for specifying address of a memory location? Address bus. ULSI microprocessor is used in which generation of computer? 5th generation. Where is cache memory is located? CPU रे cache memory middle ना रही cache memory CPU रे लागसी मन रखबे। Which function key is used check spelling? F7 function use है सी हम check spelling लगी। which type of software is an operating system? गुटे system software गुटे operating software गुटे आमा system software operating system गुटे मन रखबे if a computer has more than one processor then it is known as a multi processor कैसो more than one processor हेला बोले आमा multi processor मन रखबे which program is run by BIOS to check hardware component are working properly while computer is run on post मन रखबे। What is responsible for finding and loading operating system into RAM? Bootstrap loader full form of URL uniform resource locator. Next, which type of storage device is BIOS? Primary storage device our BIOS. Which is most common language used in web designing? HTML ने से our web designing और HTML. BIOS is used for loading operating system. BIOS गुटे हमार loading operating system. Who are the father of internet? Vincat हमार father internet रो father. In banking railway etc which computer are used? Mainframe use है हमार banking railway रे मन रखबे intersection of column and row is called cell बोली जानसो intersection column and row के 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte और full form of EXIF exchangeable image file format मन रखबे which operation are performed by RAM? Read and write. Operation are performed read and write. WW stand for World Wide Web. Document, movie, image and photograph etc are stored at file server बोली जानसु file server रे आमार रही आमार document, movies, image and photograph store हेसी. Where are save file store in computer? क्या सब सही hard disk में save हेसी आमार जेंटा आमार save file store हेसी. Next, what is the meaning of OSI in terms of computer open system interconnection? The meaning. What is full form of GUI in terms of computer graphical user interface? ROM is non-volatile. Which among following is commonly used language in Android application? Java. MPG is an file extension of which type of file? Video file. MPG. Which among following is engine of computer processor के कोई सो हमें engine computer engine. If a computer provides database service to other than it will be known as database server. Database servers provide करसी database service to other. मान रखो. Which type of switching is used in internet? Pocket. Pocket use है switching is used internet switch हिसाब से use है हमार pocket. मान रखो पे. Which is responsible for communication between memory and ALU? ALU आरो हमार memory communication करसी control unit. मान रखो पे in computer what convert AC to DC? SMPS करसी हमार AC to DC. Who invented keyboard? Christopher Latham Soul हमारा keyboard रो inventor. मान रखो पे which operating system is developed? Apple. Apple can develop Mac OS develop Apple. मान रखो From which year 5 generation of computer in consider? 1980 5 generation computer consider करा हितिला. What is from HTTP hypertext transfer protocol? Which are the main part of central processing unit? Central processing unit of main part होचे control unit and arithmetic logic unit. Microsoft Office is type of application software. If CPU execute multiple programs simultaneously, it will be known as multitasking. Multitasking execute multiple programs simultaneously करसी multitasking. मतलब which device among following is used for sending digital data over a phone line? Modem. Modem को क्या हमार sending digital data over a phone line. मन रखो modem. Modem को इसो what is used to make computer chip? Silicon use है सी हमार computer chip. In which of the following form data is stored in computer? Binary form ने store है सी हमार data मन रखो. Where is RAM is located? Motherboard ने हमार RAM located है सी. कैसी ही wireless technology built in electronic gadget used for exchanging data over short distance is Bluetooth. Wireless technology मन रखो. By pressing which key we can move to beginning of a page? Beginning of home key हो जैसी beginning of the page के ये वाला की हमारा home keys. Who invented Java? James Gosling. Java invented. मन रखो. Which of the following is used in RAM? Semiconductor. Use है सी RAM use है सी हमार semiconductor use है सी मन रखो. An assembler is used to translate a program written in assembly language. Assembler use है सी translate करसी हमार program written करसी assembly language ने मन रखो. What is meaning of OMR? ओपनर meaning होचे optical mark reader. तब next technology used to provide internet by transmitting data over wire of telephone network is DSL. DSL use provide internet by transmitting data over telephone network. मन रखो DSL. Verification is processor question. Authentication which language was used as first generation language? Machine language. Which level language is assembly language? Low level programming language. मन रखो. What is the name of fast supercomputer of India? Forum 8000 fast supercomputer. What is Linux? Linux गुटा हमार operating system. A 32-bit word computer can access DS byte at a time. 4 byte मन रखो 4 byte 32-bit word computer can access. Next, The first microprocessor built by the Intel Corporation was called 4004. The computer that processes both analog and digital is called hybrid computer. In 1999, the Melissa virus was a widely publicized in the email virus. 1999. Which of the following command is given to reboot the computer? Control plus Alt plus del তার আমার শর্টকাট কি মনে রাখো reboot the computer করলে আমার control plus Alt plus del. What is the correcting error in a program called debugging correcting error? BCD is binary coded decimal. What type of virus each computer has to reproduce itself? Worm মনে রাখো worm reproduce itself যেটাকে আমার ভাইরাস ইউজ হয়েছে SMTP, FTP and DNS are application of DNS layer to the application layer. Application রয়েছে আমার SMTP, FTP and DNS. Which command is used to select the whole document? Control plus A. COBOL is an acronym for Common Business Oriented Language. 79. The ability of an OS to run more than one application at a time is called multitasking ବୋଲି କହିଛୁ at a time more than one application at a time. What is the functional key of display save as box? F12 তার function key save as box ର full form of NOS network operating system. Something which has easily understood instruction is said to be analog data মনে হবে a modem is connected to a telephone line connect as a modem. Refresh rate of monitor is measured हर्ट्ज ने यूज है मेजर कराई आम रिफ्रेश रेट के मॉनिटर रो. व्हाट वाज द चीफ कंपोनेंट ऑफ फर्स्ट जनरेशन कंप्यूटर? वैक्यूम टिप और बल्ब यूज है आम फर्स्ट जनरेशन में. नेम ऑफ फादर ऑफ कंप्यूटर ऑफ माउस डबल एंजल बोर्ड फादर क्वेश्चन. ए प्रोग्राम दैट परफॉर्म यूजफुल टास्क while simultaneously allowing destructive is जोरा ट्रोजन हॉर्स बोली कहूँ आमर यूजफुल टास्क while simultaneously परफॉर्म यूजफुल है आमर ट्रोजन हॉर्स. द geometric arrangement of device on the network is called topology. geometry arrangement है आमर topology ने. The basic goal of computer process is to convert data into information. Basic goal मन रखो. Where are the CPU and memory located? Motherboard ना आमर CPU and memory located है. Where BIOS is stored? उधर flash memory chip BIOS store है. BIOS is store BIOS ना flash memory chip store है. IP address version 4 is in which format? 32 format. Who was the founder of Bluetooth? Bluetooth founder Ericsson. What kind of operation can a computer carry out? Arithmetic and logical. Modern computer follow a generalized set of instructions to perform any function. What are these instructions better known as program? Program मन रखो. When were the first digital electronic calculating machine developed? During World War II. Calculating machine first digital electronic calculating machine developed during World War II. Which of the following is the processing unit of the computer? CPU. Processing unit of the computer. Which part of the computer carry out the arithmetic and logical operation? Processing element. Which of the following are part of the logical operation of the computer greater than? Total logical operation of computer. Which of the following comprise the input device? Keyboard and mouse. Which of the following device comprise the output visual display unit? Which of the following lays within the CPU? Primary memory within the CPU. Which of the following comprise the software component of a computer? Program. Gute amar software component of computer. Next, Richard. In a book of which author was the word computer first mentioned? Richard Braithwaite. मन रखो author रोशन word computer first mentioned book of author was word computer first mentioned इतला में Richard Braithwaite द्वारा. Which of the following is seen as the earliest mechanical analog computer in a tallied state? Which of the following device incorporate a mechanical calendar computer in a mechanical calendar computer? Astrolabe. Important मन रखबे Astrolabe. Who gave the first successful demonstration of use of a simplified analytical engine in computing table in 1888? Henry Babbage. जेंटा कि आमर simplified analytical engine in computing table in 1888 ने successful first करिथिला आमर Henry Babbage. Which of the following is the first example of an electromechanical relay computer जेंटा कि Z2? Which of the following was considered as the world first fully automatic digital computer? Z3 automatic digital computer. Which was the world first electronic digital programmable computer? Colossus. Colossus है world first electronic digital programmable computer. मन रखबे who had proposed the principle of modern computer in his 1936 paper Alan Turing. In laser printer, which type of laser is used? Semiconductor used. In Microsoft Word, DS provide information about the current document status bar. Current document. Virus stand for vital information resource under siege. What is the address given to a computer connected to a network called IP address? Computer connected network called IP address. Address given करसो हमें IP address रे. A method of bypassing normal authentication procedure to computer system is known as unauthorized access backdoor. Which is a volatile memory? RAM. Which programming language is developed by James A. Gosling? Java. Commonly used abbreviation ISP in computer science stand for Internet Service Provider, which is used to enter data and instruction into a computer input device. DS change each time it is installed to avoid detection by antivirus software. Polymorphic virus. And system running more than one processor concurrently are called multi-programming. Which has the largest storage? Terabyte. Which is an application protocol? HTTP application protocol. IT associate memory is called content addressable memory. IT गुटे. In IT associate content addressable memory. Unix operating system was developed in 1970. Bell Labs. Safari is a type of browser. गुटे Safari गुटे browser. मतलब protocol used for sending an email is SMTP. Bold and italic formatting are example of text style. Router is used in which layer? Network layer. The brain of any computer system is computer brain question CPU के. Which language is used by computer to process data? Binary. Binary language used है computer process data. Any data or instruction enter into the computer of computer is called input. Enter person. तो into memory of computer is called बोलतिला instruction ऐसा में input रहे. Which material is used in the manufacturing of electric heater coil? Nichrome is है electric heater ने. मन रखबे which is a light sensitive device used for converting image to their digital form? Scanner. Home page is word associated with web page. Next, dash bar is located at top of WordPad, Notepad. Top ने के title bar of CC. Top ने. मन रखो. In Microsoft Word dash allow us to change the color of selected tab font color. Dash are designed to read and interpret HTML browser are designed to read and interpret HTML, which is a modifier key in a computer keyboard shift key. In IT, the technique that is used to increase the bandwidth is memory interleaving, which is the default body font is Microsoft Word 2007 Calibri by default ରହିଛି। ମାନେ ହେବ constantly running system program process are known as daemons ବୋଲି ଜାଣିଛୁ ଆମେ constantly running system program process। Okay. Notepad is a text editor in which of the operating system Windows operating system Notepad text editor कहूँ। The fundamental purpose BIOS है to initialize and test system hardware component, which output device is used for translating information from a computer into pictorial form on paper plotter. People are question about pictorial form on paper. The idea of the integrated circuit was first given integrated circuit idea ditila Geoffrey Dummer. Next, the command that merge the content of one file to another is append. In MS Word, what is a gutter margin? In the space left for binding. Space left for binding. Which company developed Java? Sun company. What is the base of the octal number system? 8. Octal number system. How many layers are there in the OSI networking model? 7 layers ଅଛି ଆମର OSI model ରେ। ମାନେ ରଖିବେ which error is modified by the compiler? Logical error. Raymond Samuel Tomlinson is famous for developing email develop କରିଛ ଆମର Raymond Samuel Tomlinson famous କରିଛନ୍। C++ is a programming language with C++. Process data is known as information के। Who invented logarithm inventor? John Napier. What is the mascot of Linux operating system? A penguin. Mascot Linux operating system. What is full form of LAN? Local area network. How many bit does IP address contain करছে আমার 32 bit. Syntax error are determined by control unit. मतलब syntax error जेंटा control unit determine करছি। The tagline do no evil is owned by Google. के question do no evil बोली। Which is a main system board of a computer? Motherboard. Main system board computer. What is the name of the first supercomputer of the world? CDC 6600. ALU is a part of a computer processor. Part ALU. Lisp is a programming language built by whom के develop Lisp programming language के develop करछे हमार क्या के बोल जानसु यानी जॉन मैकार्थी। Lisp is a programming language built କରିछन हमार जॉन मैकार्थी। In IT terminology, failure in the kernel is called as crash. बोल जानसु which key is used to move to next line in a MS Word document? Enter key. Move to next line है हमारा enter key. Netscape Navigator is a web browser. मान रखबे what is a bug? I computer terminology an error in program. 171 in network a small message used to pass between one station to another token मान रखबे। Next, who is known as the founder of IBM company? Thomas J. Watson. An image on a computer screen is made of pixel. Full form of main metropolitan area network. That full form. Which command in DOS can be used to recover accidentally deleted file on delete? A computer program that converts an entire program into machine language. Atom time is called characters. In which year Microsoft company was founded? 1975. What is the personal computer operating system that organize and use a graphic desktop environment? Window personal computer operating system जेटा हमार graphic desktop environment बोली कहूँ Windows के. What are light pen and joystick? गोटे input device गोटे. What is the half byte? Also called half byte nibble के कहूँ. मतलब SMPS stand for switched mode power supply. SMPS are full from. What do we use to change the appearance, the positioning of text document in MS Word? Formatting. मतलब dash is approximately a million byte megabyte. Digi wheel drum chain गुटे काना गुटे printer गुटे. XML stand for extensible markup language. What kind of scheme is the HTTP protocol? Request response. Magnetic disk is example of secondary memory. कोई समय magnetic disk है. Secondary memory तार example magnetic disk रो. What is the meaning of OSI? A term of computer open system interconnection. Okay. Next, which type of storage device is a BIOS? Primary. Personal computer is PC. A desktop computer is also known as PC. Supercomputer developed by Indian scientists. Forum. Supercomputer Indian scientists version. The third generation computer was made with integrated circuit. In latest generation computer, the instructions are execute. Latest generation both sequential and parallel थिला. और रखबे the person contributing the idea of the store program was John Newman. तार idea दीतिला. Idea of the store program was दीतिला our person John Newman. First early software was developed using waterfall model. The waterfall model software. Early software was developed कर दिला हमार waterfall model. Inventor C++. Bizarre Strostrup तार inventor C++ रो. The first machine successfully performed long series of arithmetic and logical operation was Mark I. Successfully tila first machine successfully performed long series of arithmetic and logical operation lagi Mark I. Who designed the first electronic computer? ENIAC. J. Prescott Eckert. John Maclay. John Mochi. W. माने रखो. Next W. The first generation of the computer were in 1965 to 1961. The first generation computer had vacuum tube and magnetic drum used in the first generation. Artificial intelligence is associated with which generation? Fifth generation. Fifth generation artificial intelligence. The personal computer industry was start IBM. Industrial personal computer start hela industry na IBM. The first generation computing device is based on artificial intelligence. In which generation did magnetic disk start being used for storage? Secondary generation computer. Second generation computer. Generation did magnetic disk start used for storage. Which the man who built the first mechanical calculator? Blaise Pascal. First mechanical calculator କରିଥିଲା ଆମର build. Computer built before the first generation computer were electromechanical ହେଇଥିଲା. Before the first generation build କରାଯାଇଥିଲା ଆମର computer electromechanical. Punch card were first introduced. Herman Hollerith. First generation computer system used vacuum tube use ହେଇଥିଲା ଆମର first generation ନା. The father of the modern computer? Alan Turing के question. Father of modern computer. Supercomputer developed by Indian scientists. Forum. A group of 8 bit is known as byte. Which is the fastest type of computer? Supercomputer. Fastest computer. A computer system that is old and perhaps not satisfactory is referred to as legacy system. Which type of computer use the 8-bit code called ABC DAC, mainframe computer. The earlier calculating device was abacus. Punch cards were first introduced by Herman Hollerith. Punch card developed. Microprocessor as switching device are for which generation computer? Second generation computer. Who was invented Mark I? Howard Aiken invented Mark I correction. Howard Aiken. Second generation computer are made of transistor used second generation. Who was the father of supercomputer? Seymour Cray, father of supercomputer. How many vacuum tube was used? ENIAC 17468. The computer size was very large. First generation was very large thila. What is the extension type of the Excel? 2007 file .xlsx. Next collecting personal information and effectively posing of another individual is known as the crime of identity theft. The amount of vertical space between line of text in a document is called line spacing. A computer cannot boot if it does not have the operating system. Cannot boot per se. What is the other name of programming chip? LSIC, tar other name program chip. Next, a normal CD-ROM usually can store up to DS data 600 MB. What does DMA stand for? Direct memory access. Full form of LAN, local area network. ASCII, full form American Standard Code Information Interchange. Second generation computer were developed during 1956 second generation. 134. When did the Earth rival IBM and Apple computer in decide to join hand? 1991. What kind of memory is both static and non-volatile? ROM. Static or non-volatile के कोई सा ROM के कोई सा. An error in software or hardware in called above. What is the alternative computer jargon for it? Glitch. Glitch के कोई सा. Unwanted repetitious message such as unsolicited book email is known as spam. The common name for the crime of stealing password is spoofing. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System. Who is regarded the father of C programming language? Dennis Ritchie. Tar father question Dennis Ritchie के father of C programming language ro. RAM can be treated as the DS for the computer processor waiting room. Computer manipulate data in many ways and this manipulation called processing. Joshi perfume are example of virus. Views Morocco VUSS. Next, the ability to recover and read, delete or damage file from a criminal computer is an example of a law enforcement specialty called computer forensic. Where does most data go fast within computer memory? Hierarchy RAM. Help menu is available. Which button? Start. Which file contain permanent data and get update during the processing of transaction? Master file. File contain permanent data and get update. Master file. Wonderful. A DVD is an example. Optical disc. Which is most common tool used in restrict access to computer system? Password. Restrict access question password. The technology that store only essential instruction on a microprocessor chip and thus enhance its speed is referred as RISC. 6 question देखो what is the name of an application program that gather user information and send it to someone through the internet pivot मन रखो who invented analytical engine Charles Babbage analytical engine Blaise Pascal has introduced adding machine Blaise Pascal introduced करिछन microprogramming introduced Mary Wilkes Maurice Maurice vacuum tube is the invention of first generation World Computer Literacy Day December 2 Which type of computer is the most powerful supercomputer? The first computer introduced in Nepal was IBM 1400A. Chip is a common nickname for integrated circuit. Which company developed the microprocessor? Intel company developed microprocessor. The benefit of using computer is that computers are very fast and store of amount data. मन रखो benefit using रोचे computer रो. Next, a megabyte is actually equal to 1024 kilobyte. Office LAN which are scattered geographically on large scale can be connected by the use of corporate WAN wide area network generally geographically large scale. Next, to move a copy of file from one computer to another over a communication channel is called file transfer question. Last transaction processing system in automated organization use batch processing. जेटा कि automated organization को हम large transaction ने MICR stand for magnetic ink character recognition a full form. Now first generation computer ENIAC different character ASCII coding system 1024. MSIC stand for medium scale integrated circuit. The scrambling of code is known as encryption. The first computers were programmed using machine language. A fault in a computer program which prevents it from working correctly is known as bug बोली जानसो जेना correctly करछि bug मान रखो तापरे which button make alphabet letter is uppercase and lowercase number symbol shift key when a computer is switched on a booting process perform power on self test जेना हमर switch on the booting process. What is the software frequently utilized by end user called like Word PowerPoint application software question. Unit of measurement of the output quality of printer dot per inch. Switching device of 5th generation computer VLSI के question switching device 1st generation. The unit KIPS used measure to speed processor. DOS stand for disk operating system. What is joystick? Primarily in computer used for computer gaming. Which American computer company is called Big Blue IBM? How many bits are there in a byte? 8. Father of C programming language Dennis Ritchie. Next, how many generations of computer we have? 5. IBM stands for International Business Machine. Which is the fastest type of computer? Supercomputer. When you turn on the computer, the boot routine will perform this test. Power on self test question. Boot routine perform. Who is called the father of computer? Charles. Who is called the father of computer? Charles Babbage. Who is the creator of Pascal? Nicholas Reith. Which language is used for artificial intelligence? Prolog language used है हमार artificial. Who is also known as the father of CTIC mainframe computer. 8-bit code called ABCDIC mainframe core and frame computer. In a computer, most processing takes place in CPU. In which type of computer data are represented as discrete signal digital computer? Scientific name of computer Silico Sapien Koisu Silico Sapien. What is the name of the display feature that highlight area of the screen which require operator attention? Reverse video. Computer combine both measuring and counting are called hybrid computer. What is Fortran? Formula translation. What translation execute program at run time line by line? Interpreter कैसे हमारा execute program at run time line by line. What convert an entire program into machine language? Pilot. धन्यवाद.